Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I had a look at my phone. What day is it today? Yeah. So I hope and I trust I find you all well. I'm doing not too bad. I am doing not too bad today. I couldn't sleep Sunday night. I think it was part of the new moon and other stuff. And which is, it happens for me from time to time. And so it just didn't surprise me because it happens. And then when I did finally go to sleep, which was about 8 o'clock yesterday morning, I woke up about 1:30 and was just like, it was just really weird. So I went to bed early again last night, had a good night's sleep. So I woke up, was awake for about 2 hours, then got back to sleep. But So I just, right now is me just breathing, doing my best to breathe, and hanging out here. So let's just see where we get to go today. Hi, everyone. Wow. Wow. That's all I got to say is wow. Phew. For anybody who's never met me before or hear me for the first time, whichever, doesn't matter. My name is Ernestine Day, and I am the Soulful Guitarist. Spirit gave me that name in late 2017, and yeah. And I've been stepping into this, not ever since then, by no means, but I've been just stepping more into who I am and everything I get to be and express. And then this incredible looper came into my life and into my world 2.5 years ago. And what you're experiencing with just, especially with that song, I'll use that for example, is this is 2.5 years of being with this incredible tool that's opened me up that I didn't know this part was inside of me. And so I've been figuring this out and stepping into this part and just, I could say honing the skill in, but my intention was not to hone the skill in. All I've been doing, you guys, for the last 2.5 years is just playing. I'm figuring it out as I go. And then last June of 2023, put my mic up here, June of 2023, I felt this amazing shift inside of me. I didn't know or understand what it was at that moment. And what I was expressing to you guys thereafter was that I feel like I'm trusting myself at a level I've never trusted myself. And that's what I've been saying ever since then. And then a brother, David Starr, heard that live, one of my lives after that experience I had, and he when he said it, because we know when somebody says something, if it's truth or not, we just know. Boom, yeah. And he said, it's like, he didn't say the word like, he said, you have embodied this. And because I know who he is, and I understood clearly what he said and what he meant, and that's when I've been sitting with that knowledge or having that information, not yet, because it's information which is now turning into knowledge. And it's me figuring this out for myself, and you know, yeah, I've embodied this. But with that embodiment is me stretching. If you go back and listen to any videos, because most of you guys know there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos of me playing. And if you listen back to a year ago, even 6 months ago, you can feel that growth, you could call it, if you want to call it, all of this. And you know, with me trusting myself, and it's like, it's I'm in awe, because it's, when I see this, if you guys think I know what I'm doing behind here, Ernestine the human does not know. But Ernestine the soulful guitarist knows, because that's the soul speaking. And I'm just trusting the guidance, you know, do this, do that. They're not telling me to do this. It's intuitive playing, and it's just, you know, and it's like, you know, to mention this very quickly here is that I'm going to be having once a week a 30-minute meditation. Right now I don't know what day or time it's going to be. It's going to be 30 minutes, drop-in fee at $10. Pay what you can. Sliding scale will always be available with what I do. And this is the type of stuff you're going to experience for that 30 minutes. Also, I'm going to be doing a sound bath pretty soon. And this is the kind of energy that's in my sound bath, but my sound baths are for 90 minutes. And and suggest a donation of $22. Again, sliding scale. I'm going to be rescheduling my concert pretty soon. It was supposed to be February 4th, but I had to cancel. I have, you know, time to time, I have to go just disappear for a while and take care of me. And that was one of those occasions. And so I'm going to be rescheduling that concert pretty soon. And that's also a $22 sliding scale. Something that's been, that I'm looking at and is also creating a private group on YouTube, okay? And it's going to be where, with this group, you pay a flat fee, for example, $25. Okay, you pay a flat fee and per month, and you have 100% access to everything just like what's been on here. But I'm shifting it. It's going to be shifting that way soon. And with that $25 donation for the YouTube private channel, you're getting all of this stuff. But what's going to happen in turn, because I like paying back or paying it forward, whatever term you want to use, is that if you're part of my YouTube channel subscriptions, that paid subscriptions, that is, then you would get a discount on any event that I get to do, and which would include my products, which I got 3 albums out right now. So that's where I get to pay it forward, you pay it back, whatever term you want to use. To me, I just want to express my gratitude. And anybody who's known me for any period of time understands that. Yeah. Hello, Samuel. My beautiful brother, down the Oregon coastline. Did I remember right, Samuel? So, and it was actually Samuel was the one who suggested that about a week ago. And I understood exactly what he said he meant. And I went, yeah, because here's something I said the Sunday night, and I usually don't say this publicly, but I need to open up to you guys on this level, is that, as you know, like I've not charged anything for anything I've done up to this point. Some of you guys have been very nice, every now and again, you know, drop me a donation here and there, and I really appreciate that. And when I say this, is there's a few things that I need and want to invest in. It's a combination of both. To explain this, is my looper. I have a Boss RC505 and it has 5 channels. Okay, I want to get the second one, so that way I have 10 channels. And the reason being that each of my channels have control over the volume of each channel. But when you add a layer to it, you don't have control over either or layer. It's all one. So that's where, by me having 10 channels, that way I get to record all these different layers that I add on their own individual channel, and that way I can control the level to blend in better. Yeah. So that's why I want to get another looper, which is $1,000. It's the first time I've thought about it over the years, but it was never time. And then Sunday I had lunch with we went and had a dim song, I believe it is, and anyway, I drove this lady gathering that I was at and drove her home downtown Vancouver, and I dropped her off, and I realized, oh my God, I'm just around the corner from the main store of Long and McQuaid, which is a huge store. I gotta go. So I went in there, and I'm just going sensing and feeling, because that's how I operate my life, sensing and feeling. And I would go to the guitar section first, and I was in there, and there was this guy playing, so I turned and picked up a guitar, and I started playing with him and stuff. And it was the first time that I sat there, and all of a sudden I went, you know, this is actually not a bad little guitar, right? Because the one thing that when I get my second guitar, it's going to be a cutaway. What a cutaway is, you guys, is the ones that are cutaway here. That's what a cutaway is. So that way, you watch me and I do this. Well, that way, because that part's not there, I just do my hand slide up. That's the only thing that I know. And, so I tried a couple different cutaways and stuff. And I said to the guy, I've not owned a new guitar since this one. I bought this in 1974. I think it was 74, something like that. My first guitar. And I was telling them this, you guys can see this. You see that little glitter, that gold glare, because I can see it on the thing there. That is the original sticker of the store where I bought it from. Yeah. And it's a jewelry store. Honest to God, it's Moses Jewelries in Summerside, PEI. And it was, back in those days, your jewelry store doesn't necessarily mean jewelry because it's just a father and son business. So they had one side that was jewelry, but on this side was all kinds of other different stuff, like totally different, nothing related to jewelry. And he had a bunch of guitars, so I was down there, I was trying different guitars. And I went back to this one about 4 times or something, I can't remember. And I went, yep, because there was something about the tone in this one that I really loved. And so here she is. And I got to refret it last year. Yeah, and that was like $1,200. And you guys, to be quite honest, you guys helped me out because I asked for donations for that, and that's how I was able to do this. Because all my expenses, and we all know if we're running our own business or whatever we have, it costs a lot. And when I say this is everything I do comes out of my pocket. I've not made any money. I think last year overall, I think I got maybe $150 overall throughout the entire year. No, a little bit more. There was somebody who sent me $100, right? So it'd be closer to about $150, $200, right? And I'm really ready now. Because just what you experience is me now being ready to step more into this and just, yeah. And there's, and with my second guitar, by the way, my guitar is tuned into 432. That my second guitar would be tuned into 528. How's that? So there's a lot of things, you guys, and this is how you guys get to help and support me. Is by attending my events, to your donations, and like Samuel suggested about YouTube subscription channel, and it was just like, okay, and it really, because I can't do something that doesn't resonate with me, but that resonated with me because I'm open to suggestions. Right, and but I'll figure it out what resonates and what fits for me, and that really resonates for me because not everybody's on Facebook, for example, because that's my comfort zone. But I'm stretching myself again, going beyond Facebook. I'm getting a little bit used to YouTube, not nearly, but I'm going to be learning. It's the same thing with Instagram. I think I'm finding people that are going to help me. Right, and to do things, and it's yeah, so it's just by your guys' financial support, you help me to keep on investing back into what I already do and get to be in it, that I am. And I want to keep on expanding and having more events, paid events, and there will always be free spots for anybody who, because when I say this, it's going to be a sliding scale, absolutely. But the thing is maybe you want to come now and pay later. I'm good with that as well. Right? I trust you guys. Because sometimes circumstances in the moment financially prevents us from doing it now. Well, okay, just reach out to me. Just say, you don't have to tell me your story. You just let me know. And okay, sure, come on. Here, I'll just give you the link. Here's the link. Square up later, whenever you can. And that's not say you have to square up in 2 weeks and I'm going to put a marker in there. I'm not ever going to ask you. I'm going to just trust you to honor it, that it's given. Yeah, I'll read that little bit there, Samuel, because I don't have my glasses on, so I have to squint to look, and then I don't see things clearly, and that, and so let's get back to this playing here. Here we go. Wow. Um, I haven't played that song in a very, very long time. That song is actually called Activation. That song was channeled just before I got the looper. And you're welcome, Christy. Very, very welcome. In fact, everybody's welcome. I've never played like that. That was right. But going back to what I was going to share with you, that song was channeled, and because I ordered my looper in February or March, I believe it was, and due to the COVID, um, all the shipments and everything were far behind, as you all know. So what I did is I rented a 202. Mine's a 505. And that's figuring that out. And then mine actually came in June. But this is what happened for me. When I was using the 202, because it is very much looper, that I started looper, and then I started playing that song and start playing back with it. As you know, that's what the premises of the looper is. But what happened for me was my my legs started going, my feet were just going, and because it was activating me, and then it just went up my entire body. This is the song that activated me in my entire body. This one activated me and got my whole, because prior to that, you know, I would never allow my body to feel what it feels now. I wouldn't allow it. Didn't know how to. But my music affects me too, you guys. This is one of the things. It does many, many things, but this is one thing it's done for me. It's with this particular song. It is like also my feet were going, my legs were going, and just and then my whole body was going, and that was the beginning of me allowing myself to move through, and to allow myself to express whatever it is that I want to express with my body. And so yeah, so this song, and how I got the title. This when I shared it, there was a weekly gathering. Apparently, it's going to be coming back, which I hope it does. Just so you guys all know, there's a weekly gathering called Light Language Lounge. Okay, and it was a weekly gathering hosted by Susanna Mara. And that's through that incredible group that I got to understand more about myself and my music. But I played that song before I start using the loop. I just played the song. And there's a beautiful sister. She was here last week. I haven't seen her in a long time. I can't think of her name right now. I can see her face. She lived in Bosnia, and her kids are in Australia, so they got her to move to Australia. So she's now in Australia. But when she was there when I premiered, when I was sharing this Light Language Lounge, this song, and I want to describe to the best of my ability, because when she was speaking, I could see it all. She goes, what she experienced and what the song is that the pyramids, we know it's like this, but what happened is I was playing that the pyramids opened like this, and all this incredible energy is coming through to the entire universe. And it was her that, with her describing that, I think she even used the word activation. You're activated the pyramids, whatever. And that's how the title came, because it really speaks for that song, Activation. So it's a little story behind that. I've been, as most of you guys know, I don't talk very often, right? So I'm in this space right now where I'm able to express more at this time. And that's all I have is this at this very single moment. That's all I have. And yeah, I may let you guys in on something maybe next week. It's personal. It's nothing to do with my music, but it could reflect on my music. Anyway, our journeys, eh? Our journeys. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to go be quiet. And I thank you very, very much for hanging out an hour later. Blessings, everybody. Behave yourselves. And I'll see you the next time I'm on. Appreciate you being here and appreciate all your love and support.